The starting grids for race 3 made up of the finishing positions from race 2 in each class. This is the OMG Racing Mini GP 160 and 50 category. Wilson Dilks took the win earlier, so he takes the pole this time. Valentino Kimi-Kirk alongside him, then Parker Jazari and Harrison Quincy, then Travis Shaw, Arnie Carr, Hudson Cooper and Dan Stevenson ahead of Jensen Bishop and Luke Fitchett, Leo Soliu, and then George Ackerman from Sydney Marshall, Seth Hayward, Lucy Curtis, Annabelle McCarthy, Riley Paisley, and rather sadly, Frankie Watson, who will not take the start of the race. So away we go. Wilson Dilks get underway. An interesting start. Annabelle McCarthy struggling off the line there, I noticed in the background, but hopefully she'll be able to keep it together. Valentino Kimi-Kirk getting a very aggressive start there and manages to grab the lead away from Wilson Dilks. And I think Dilks may struggle to hold on to second even as around the outside. Valentino Kirk with a terrific start. That was very beautifully handled there, and now he holds the advantage in front of Parker Jazari, who has moved into second place in front of Wilson Dilks, who suddenly finds himself down in third. But it's that same pair again, dueling this time for the lead. Kirk versus Jazari.
Yeah, battle for the leaders to come through Luna Bend. You see how damp the track is. I'm assuming these riders will be on some sort of intermediate tyre, not a full wet, certainly, and certainly not slicks.
Oh, Harrison Quincy trying to get into third position as they work their way up and has actually ended up losing ground. He drops down to fifth position. Wilson Dilks is about to lose third if he's not careful. And here comes Jazari trying to go round the outside at Coward Summit. That was brave, goodness me. That's not the easiest place to make any kind of overtaking move in any form of condition. But now making the move up to the inside, Wilson Dilks is able to hold on to third for the moment, but it's very tricky. So Jazari again hunting down Valentino Kimi-Kirk, and that is Wilson Dilks, and there is the opportunity from further back. That is Hudson Cooper trying to get into third position now. He still remains in P4 for the moment as they go up over the crest.
Two distinct battles here, the leaders out front, and this battle here for what is third, fourth, fifth. Here they come, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Any one of these could finish on the podium, no doubt. A little bit of a distance back to those remaining.
Now Hudson Cooper trying his best to move into third past Wilson Dilks, and here comes Parker Jazari with confidence off Luna Bend. Can he get alongside down the Conrad Straight? Well, I'll tell you who can. Harrison Quincy's trying to get side by side, nearly 3 wide as they come through. That's Arnie Carr, in fact, that has worked his way up into fifth position on his bike. Now trying to get up the inside at Coward Summit off Penrith Climb. Jazari was swarming all over Kirk as they came down. I think he's actually gone for the lead there. Here comes Dilks. Arnie Carr on the inside will get into third position. Past Cooper, past Dilks. Parker Jazari has taken the lead, and Arnie Carr has gone from fifth to third in one fell swoop. Magic! Parker Jazari, now your new leader, having got past Valentino Kimi-Kirk, and this is again going to be a race all about confidence. Kimi-Kirk making his bid, back into the lead again. Beautifully done. That was wonderful off the final turn. He managed to get a little bit of extra throttle out of Dunlop, and now he takes the lead down the school start finish straight. Manages to get into the lead, but now comes the traffic.
Yeah, well, they get past him fairly quickly. We said earlier, it's how you deal with the traffic in these races, no doubt about it, but both of them confidently passed, and they retain the positions they were in before. It looks like Valley's stretched out a little bit of a gap here, just getting away.
Check out this battle for fifth position now. Carr and Quincy have managed to drop them a little bit. Wilson Dilks just doesn't have the same confidence in these slightly slippery conditions compared to what we saw from him earlier on. He was able to check out and leave these two for dust, wasn't he? But now he's actually really struggling with the likes of Cooper, Shaw, Stevenson and George Ackerman really starting to give him some hustle as they come off of Coward Summit. Valentino Kimi-Kirk looking to keep the rise of the new Doctor very much pushing his way further forward. Parker Jazari, though, having had a taste of the lead, he wants it back. So he is going to be pushing very hard to make sure he can get there. Up to Paddock Bend, on the hairpin, up towards the turn of the valley. Will he make the dive at the inside? No, you just can't make that kind of deep committed overtake on that particular turn. It's very high risk, and if you get it wrong, you're not just going off, you're taking both men off.
Yeah, we saw somebody go for a lead there. You see the difference in the riders, the size of the riders. Watch his foot, it comes off the peg as he's leading the bike over. It's probably because he's quite short. This is again this battle for fifth place. We did see a move for the lead earlier on around this bend, taking a wider line in. You can still see the damp patches.
Well, Travis Shaw appears to have lost out to both Hudson Cooper and Dan Stevenson in the last lap, so Wilson Dukes is still there in P5, but now he's got Travis Shaw dropping back into 8th position. Here comes the move, potentially on. Next lap around, Parker Cesari doing his best out of Coward Summit, but Valentino Kimikirk is so confident on that inside line. Harrison Quincy, though, is going quicker than both men at the moment. He's just banged in a 1:04.1 as we take this race battle into the final lap. So what can Parker Cesari do? Don't want to go too ugly too early into the lap. Read the mode out of the turn, gets a wider trajectory. This is good work from Cesari, but it's great work too from Kirk. He needs to make that bike as wide as a Buick.
He may take a wider line here, Cesari, through Luna, on the exit of Luna, and give him the run down the straight. That could be his move for the victory. Let's see what he does.
So into the radius of the right-hander. Just wait, just wait. Now you want to plant the throttle, but you've got to have the confidence and the faith that there's going to be enough traction. The heat of the tyres is going to save you.
Back marker's going to come into play here.
Yeah, this is going to be all about timing now as they come up Penrith Climb. They'll probably meet the back marker as they come down Coward Summit, so this is going to be all about timing. It's Seth Hayward. They're going to need to pick their moment, and it will be Kirk that gets the benefit of it, but will he get held up? Out of the final turn, Cesari's going to try. He's going to give it everything, and he bangs the handlebars in frustration. He knows that catching Seth Hayward at that moment is what cost him the victory. Valentino Kimikirk hangs on to the win then from Parker Cesari. Take a bow. Arnie Carr, that move earlier on to get him into third is just going to be rewarded in front of Harrison Quincy. How close was that? And that is a final lap fall, I'm afraid to say. The bike is number 94. We don't have a 94, so I think that might be George Ackerman, who was looking for a top 10 finish. He isn't there. It is inherited then by Luke Fitchett ahead of Riley Paisley, who makes up 7 places to come home into the top 10. So well done to Paisley. But it's Kirk, Cesari and Carr that share the spoils on the podium ahead of Harrison Quincy, the hard charger, from Dilks, Cooper, Stevenson, Shaw, Luke Fitchett and Riley Paisley.